repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at CheWelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at CheWelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Surprise! Surprise!
Good morning. Welcome to the KCHW Morning Show. It is Chuck and Scott. We are taking a snooze break on the radio this morning. How are you, Scott? How are you doing today?
I am doing really good, Chuck. Thank you very much. Sorry about the snoring. I'm awake now.
Oh, good. Yeah, we're running a little bit late. Had some difficulties getting here on time this morning, but we made it. We're here.
That's right, and we're leaving early.
I know, right? You know, it's one of those days. We'll get here a little late, leave a little early.
It's Friday. It's Friday. We
Friday.
got things to do.
That's right.
That we're not going to share with you.
Exactly. That's our business.
All right. Let's take a look at that weather. We start off this Friday, 68 degrees, mix of clouds and sun during the morning. Give way to clouds this afternoon and winds to 10 miles an hour. Let's see, just a 10% chance of precip. 47 tonight, mostly cloudy skies, then periods of showers late. Chance of rain, 40%. Your Saturday brings morning rain, high of 60, low of 40. Sunday, partly cloudy skies, no rain in the forecast, 64 and 43. A little bit warmer for Memorial Day, 74 and 48, and partly cloudy skies. But I'm sorry, that is the nicest day of the weekend. Tuesday right now, 77 and 48 with cloudy skies. Maybe take an extra day of vacation.
Yeah. You know, the kids have an extra day of vacation today. They have the day off for a snow day and Memorial Day on Monday.
Wow. So smart parents put that into their vacation time, right?
Exactly. So 4-day weekend, you know what that means? There's no school lunch menu today.
No school lunch menu.
No school
All right,
lunch
we're
menu.
off the hook. We won't fumble through that then.
Although we have some new listeners from Republic that I was speaking with last night. Some of the folks involved with the film we've been working on, and they were saying, you know, at least now we know what the kids in Chewelah are having for lunch.
They enjoy that part of the show, eh?
Yeah. No, they were very complimentary. It was fun to have some folks from out of town say they're listening. So.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Well, let's talk about real quick before we get into stuff and news headlines. Let's talk about what's going on this weekend from the events calendar, because there are a few fun things you can do. Of course, it's Friday. You got the Chewelah Farmers Market, right? 11 until 3:30. Chamber of Commerce meeting already underway today, but they go on till about 9 at the casino. You've got adult pickleball from 9 to 11:30 up at the golf course. And then, as I said, the farmers market. Anything else you got, Chuck, for today?
Nothing for today. Yeah, that farmers market's it's a little rainy out there, but go ahead and get out anyway, because it's they got a lot of vendors this year. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there today. I was planning on it, but I have an appointment I got to be at in Spokane that I forgot about. So an appointment with one of the kids.
Okay, all right, got to do that kind of stuff.
Got to get him there, but I might do a little broadcasting around the time the market starts, just to remind everyone that the market's starting, since I can't be there in person.
Nice.
Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a couple things going on this weekend, Saturday and then Saturday and Sunday. Chuck, do you have them open? If not, I do, and I can just keep rolling.
I do have them open, but I have to go back to the main page. So go ahead.
All right, we'll start with Chokes and Spokes Antique Car Club having the 2024 Nostalgia Days Car Show. This is happening on Saturday from 9 to 4 at the Chihuahua City Park. If you want to take your fancy car down there, no registration fee, no admission fee if you want to come look at the cool cars. And it's always a family-friendly event with awards for the coolest cars. All right, Chokes and Spokes in the park Saturday, 9 to 4. Also going on Saturday, we have the Quilt Show. Now, this is an annual event put on by the Arts Guild, right?
Yes.
Chuck, how many years have they been doing this? Do you know off the top of your head?
22 years. This is the 22nd annual quilt show. And we talked a little bit about it yesterday. These quilts are amazing. They transcend what you would possibly imagine as a quilt. They are truly, truly pieces of art. They're just gorgeous. Every year I go, I'm absolutely blown away.
All right, couple chances to see this over the Memorial Day weekend. Once again, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 11 to 3. It's happening at Jenkins High School, 702 East Lincoln if you're new to town. 100 plus quilts, new quilter category, vendors, door prizes, raffles, and they're featuring the Cabin Fever Quilt Guild of South Stevens County. So look at it expand. All right, they say fun for all ages. There you go. There is a $5 entry, but this does support the Chihuahua Arts Guild. So it's a good cause. Go out and support. All right.
So, and the, I got to say for the car show, this is sort of the day, the last few days, people are getting their cars out. They're getting them cleaned, and you go around town, you see people with their cars out, getting them warmed up, getting them out for the season. And it's really neat. There was a car show, last weekend or a couple of weekends? Yeah, last weekend in Valley, there was one.
Valley, definitely.
But man, those classic cars are coming out, and you see them all over the streets right now. It's really neat to drive around and see those things tooling around.
Yeah, everybody wants to dust them off as soon as spring gets here.
Yeah.
I always giggle when I see like the first motorcycle riders, that kind of stuff. It's the gung ho people. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already been, in a meeting above in the Aaron Huff Center, and all of a sudden the walls start rattling because there's a group of people on their motorcycles that fired up pizza down below.
Shaking the whole building.
Yeah, love it, love it.
I accidentally closed my browser, so I was working frantically as you were talking.
Good.
Trying to get them open, and you did it.
Did I ramble on long enough for you?
You did. It was awesome,
Good.
Chuck. So from now on, I'll just be saying, Chuck, Phil.
That's why I get paid the big bucks, because I don't shut up.
All right. They're paying you big bucks because they're not paying me nothing.
Oh, that's right. Shoot, I forgot.
Oh, yeah, be quiet.
I should start getting the big bucks in. Where do I go for that?
I'm not quite sure. I'm still looking for it.
Right?
I did sign up for Save the Millionaires, which you'll find out why in several of our news headlines today.
Okay. Save the Millionaires?
Save the Millionaires. It's a thing. I've been bagging on Tom Selleck for 2 weeks. He was in the news again last night going off about, I can't remember what network his show's on, but shaming the network because they canceled the Blue Blood show and how he's going to lose his farm over it. Did a little more research about his ranch, which he bought during the Magnum series. So that was some 30 years ago since he was in Magnum PI.
Right.
You're telling me you got a ranch and in 30 years you haven't paid it off and you make millions. Let's see, he got $200,000 an episode for 10 years.
Yeah.
And you're going to lose your ranch? Well, that's on you.
Wasn't he even a regular cast member on Friends for a while back in the 90s? I mean,
yeah.
Come on.
Did you save any of that money, Tom? Come on. Come on. That's just mismanagement, and then trying to get people to feel sorry for you that have never seen that kind of money. It kind of makes me nauseous.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that mustache alone has got to be worth, 10, 15 mil? Yeah.
I think maybe he got it insured. That'd probably be the smart thing to do, right?
I bet he does. I mean, you can insure, like foot models, they insure their feet, hair models insure their hair. It's a thing.
It's a thing. All right. More news headlines. Roads and airports might be more crowded this Memorial Day weekend than in recent years. Estimated 43.8 million people likely to travel through Monday. Let's see, AAA projects it'll be the busiest Memorial Day weekend in 20 years, with the TSA expecting up to 3 million people passing through airport checkpoints on Friday alone. Prepare for traffic. They say if you're heading out, leave early. They say before 11 or after 7, and you'll avoid major traffic. But, a lot of towns, the Friday afternoon commute isn't very bad because people have already taken off for the weekend or taken an early day. So it might not be too bad for today. Forecast around the country, if you're traveling west, is expected to have mostly sunny skies, while those living from Texas to New York could see rain and even severe weather this weekend. I know we're going to get a bunch of rain and wind, but along with warm temperatures. Go ahead.
Oh, no, sorry. No, go ahead.
I'm on a roll.
Good. Keep on going.
Okay. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill that temporarily allows Arizona doctors to provide abortions in California in response to Arizona's move to enforce a near total abortion ban. And the Justice Department filed a lawsuit to widen its antitrust crackdown on Ticketmaster's parent company, Live Nation, alleging it monopolizes and suppresses competition that leads to higher ticket prices. And those wanting to attend shows know ticket prices for concerts have gotten absolutely ridiculous.
They are absolutely insane. Some of the things, man, it's paying $250, $350 for mid well known artists,
Well, even the old school ones like Kansas is touring this summer, and Def Leppard and stuff, and some of those bands like Kansas and Styx, Journey, they don't even have the original singer anymore. And I was talking to a friend about this last night. I said, this sounds cruel, but really, I know there's some talented people in their bands, but without your lead singer that made you famous, you're no better than a bar band.
Right.
And to go out and charge a couple $100 for front row seats when you're a bar band, not cool.
Well, it would have been amazing to go, but oh my goodness, Paul McCartney, when he came to town, he came to Spokane a couple years ago, $1,000 a ticket.
Give me a break.
Yeah, $1,000.
And he can't even, I love Paul McCartney and stuff, but his last album, you get to a point as a guy, and I'm aging, so it'll happen to me too. So I'm not trying to be overly cruel, but he's got his grandpa voice, and you can hear it in his singing, and it was very distracting for me. And then to ask $1,000 a ticket, Let's keep going before I get myself in trouble. Because people love the Beatles. World Court's Gaza ruling. Judges of the UN top court are expected to rule on a request to order Israel to halt its Rafah offensive. While unenforceable, its decision against Israel would add diplomatic pressure on its government. Just popped up. They did rule that they need to stop now. It just happened a few minutes ago. Moving on to sports, NCAA and its major conference approved a $2.8 billion settlement that will also establish a revenue-sharing model by which athletes will be paid directly by their schools. Because I guess the college players don't get paid?
No, they don't.
Now they're gonna.
These schools make, a lot of the colleges make more money than NFL teams off of their sports. And, they're they bring in millions for these schools, and the players get absolutely nothing. They're not allowed to do sponsorships. They're not allowed to bring in any money whatsoever.
All right. Yeah. I don't imagine they'll be sharing a lot with them, but they're going to share some.
Well, and there's weird rules too. Like I remember I used to bowl a lot, in high school, later high school, and I wanted to join this semi-pro sort of tour, where you could possibly win some money for bowling. I got pretty good. And, but I was going to college and I was going to play football in college. And they're like, if you go on this tour, you can't play football in college because this qualifies you as a professional athlete. And a professional athlete can't play college sports. So I'm like, well, for one, that's really dumb because I'm not that good at either sport. Yeah.
Look at that. Chuck Ritchie could have went pro.
I could have been a pro bowler. No, I wouldn't have done very good with it. What's that?
All right. In bowling.
In bowling.
All right, moving on in sports, NHL playoffs. Panthers and the Rangers play at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Panthers lead the series 1-0. And in the NBA, Mavericks and the Timberwolves play at 8:30 Eastern on TNT. Mavs lead the series 1-0 again. All right, coming out this weekend, Furiosa, Mad Max prequel starring Anna Taylor-Joy in theaters. And Lenny Kravitz releasing a new album today, Blue Electric Light, which critics called glorious.
Wow. Well, maybe I'll have to get some of that on the air because I've always been a Lenny Kravitz fan. I always like the guy's music. So.
And he's usually got a nice little mix, some stuff that might fit in our night mix of harder stuff and some stuff maybe for the day.
He does some soul sort of bluesy stuff and some more poppy stuff. And yeah.
Kellyanne Conway's husband, George Conway, who, was a big thing that led to their divorce. He hated Donald. They're both Republicans, but he hates Donald and she loves Donald. Conway is sending a withering message to Donald Trump in the former president's own backyard. Conservative attorney has paid for an anti-Trump message billboard, giant one, to be placed near the former president's Mar-a-Lago home in Palm Beach, Florida. It reads, "Vote for Joe, not the psycho."
Wait. This was Kellyanne that put it on there?
No, her husband.
Oh, her husband.
Husband now, George. Yeah, George paid because he's rich, right?
Right.
So he bought a billboard right next to Mar-a-Lago and put on it, "Vote for Joe, not the psycho," so that every time Trump goes home, he has to see it. And he said he did it just for kicks.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. A little more sports news I missed. Takeru Kobayashi. Do you know who he is?
I'm guessing he is an athlete, Scott.
Takeru Kobayashi, and I think it's funny his last name's Kobayashi because that is the Kobayashi Maru is the
From
captain's
Star Trek.
test at Star Trek.
Yeah. It's also Kobayashi was the last name of the young man who was the hot dog eating champion for many years.
That's who I'm talking about. Takeru
Oh.
Kobayashi.
This Kobayashi, okay.
He's retiring because he thinks his body is broken and he's having some bad health issues. He's a Japanese competitive eater, 6-time Nathan's hot dog eating contest champion, as Chuck said, and he has announced his retirement from the sport. There's another sport for you, Chuck.
Wait, so spending years eating hundreds of hot dogs in a single sitting is bad for your health?
Yeah. He says, "I've decided to retire from competitive eating. It's all I've done for the last 20 years. He was on a new Netflix show called Hack Your Health, The Secrets of Your Gut. In the film that explores how food, the digestive, and the gut health relates to overall well-being, Kobayashi said decades of overeating for the sport left him with no appetite or no sensation of fullness, which his wife Maggie James said has caused Kobayashi to go days without eating anything at all."
Wow.
Yeah, he says, Kobayashi said, "I hear people say they're hungry and they look very happy after they've eaten. I'm jealous of those people because I no longer feel hunger." He's probably broke all the nerves in his stomach by stretching it like that.
Yeah. Wow, that actually kind of makes me a little bit sad. I remember at one point he had his own theme song. Kobayashi, yeah, I'm not going to sing it for you, but it was just his last name over and over again.
Rough count that he's done says he is eaten over 10,000 hot dogs in his competitive eating career.
That's
Tempted to play one of my fart sound effects, but I won't.
a lot. That's a lot of hot dogs. And the guy was so skinny.
Yes,
so
very skinny. Ridiculously skinny. I should have showed a picture.
I actually got to witness in person. Do you know the Big Tex restaurant in Texas where they have there's the big guy that stands up top, with the thumb and the yellow shirt on and the cowboy hat. They're famous for their steak eating contests. They have one of those big giant steaks. If you can eat it, your meal's free.
Alan ate it.
What's that?
Our former co-host Alan ate the steak.
Did he do the whole thing?
I believe he did the whole thing.
That is incredible.
Yes.
Good job, Alan. Do we have a round of applause for him?
A round of applause for Alan.
There you go. No,
Although he can't eat anymore and he doesn't feel hungry. Sorry.
No, I witnessed in person when that record was not just broken, but absolutely decimated. It was this young Japanese girl. I think she was about 19 to 23, somewhere around there. She polished off the entire thing. I think it was like 11 minutes or something like that. She just as fast as she can inhale that thing and did a little dabs on the corner of her mouth and put her napkin down, and she was just fine. I'm like, holy cow. It was insane. Yeah.
For now.
Right.
All right. Let's see. Another rapper in trouble, Sean Kingston and his mom, arrested on fraud and theft charges as their home was raided by SWAT. I guess he was not home with mom. They picked him up later. Doesn't say what the fraud was, but yeah, there you go. Another star. Remember what I said? Save the millionaires, because they're they're having a hard time.
Did they defraud America into thinking he was a musician?
Yes.
For many years. No, I don't know. I don't even know who that is.
More proof. You want more proof to save the millionaires? Come on, people. Reach into your pockets and save the millionaires. Antonio Brown files for bankruptcy despite a reported $80 million income throughout his totaling in his NFL career. So he's made $80 million and filed bankruptcy yesterday. It says he owes nearly $3 million.
Wow.
Yeah. So
where's Sally Struthers? We need a PSA.
Millionaires all over America are suffering, but you can do something for only $100,000 a day. You know, and you pay Trump's legal bills, help Antonio avoid bankruptcy, get Diddy and Sean out of prison. There's all sorts of things you could do with that extra money you have when you're done buying groceries.
Yeah, that extra $5, give it to the rich folks. They're struggling right now.
Remember, you heard it here. Save the millionaires. They need your help.
Don't make them have to sell that second yacht. How would you feel?
He worked hard for his yacht. All righty then. We're going to leave that alone. And let's move on to... Oh, it doesn't want to open. I want to move on to bits and breaks, but Chuck, you could possibly be doing them all.
I do. I have an extra thing. I have a thing here I found that I'd like to do about something we discussed earlier. These are 5 things you didn't know about Tom Selleck's mustache. Yeah.
It's evil.
And these are true facts about Tom Selleck's mustache.
Does it have its own reverse mortgage?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I was trying to see if it had its own, if he had insurance on it. I couldn't find that specific information.
Okay.
But I did find this. If you've ever been interested, his particular style of mustache is called a chevron. A chevron. Oh. So according to the American Mustache Institute, this is an actual thing. Exactly.
I'm making the chevron shape. Just
there you go.
Know.
Mr. Selleck's Mr. Selleck's lip warmer looks like a chevron style if we're judging their style guide properly. However, some of us think he may have been a walrus style, especially if he couldn't be bothered grooming it for a while. Apparently, the walrus style is the same, only a bit shaggier. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I
can't imagine his mustache being any bigger, and it does look like a walrus lip.
It does. Tom Selleck's mustache has its own Facebook page with more than 27,000 followers.
Oh.
There you go. Thanks to Buchan39 on YouTube, now we can visualize a little critter, what it would look like in famous films down the years. It is a YouTube tribute where they post Tom Selleck's mushroom mustache over popular films. They have his film in, I believe this one here I'm looking at is Blazing Saddles with everyone wearing Tom Selleck's mustache. They have Spider-Man, Toy Story, a bunch of other movies.
Nice.
And apparently, according to the Art of Manliness website, this is number 4 here, that includes the stash in the review of the 35 manliest mustaches of all times. But Tom Selleck's mustache is not on the manliest mustache list.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah, so he's it should be on there, I would think, but apparently that style, his mustache, is not considered manly. Interesting.
The story on Yahoo last night, and it's still there. You should read it about the cancellation of his show and everything he said about the network that gave him the show and the poor cast and crew, which they said no one else, everyone else averaged like less than $100,000 a year, but he got $200,000 an episode. And all of this whining makes people that worked with him sick. It's,
wow.
If you're a fan, it's something you might want to read because all the posts under it just kept commenting about how greedy he came across with his comments.
Oh,
and
gross.
And that's the way I took it too. And then, this whole reverse mortgage thing, scamming your fans, a reverse mortgage is never a good deal. And I wanted to post that I hope he loses it all, just like the families that got reverse mortgages. He deserves the same thing because that steals someone's wealth when they're in trouble. Pennies on the dollar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
yeah.
It does, and it also steals that inheritance from their family after they pass away.
Yep, yep. And selling that to your fans with a smile on your face, acting like you're some sincere, soft-hearted guy that's looking out for them and ready to help them. That's horrible.
What a jerk.
Yeah.
I am not a bum. I'm a jerk.
Well, the jerk store called, and they're running out of you.
Yep. All right, let's
Yeah.
move on to breaks
Okay.
and breaks. I've ranted about Tom Selleck for like a week now.
Right?
Save me, Chuck, with some words of wisdom.
I do have. So there are two types of people in the world. There are those who divide people into two groups, and those who don't. I like that one.
So you're one of the ones that do.
I divide people into many more groups than two, Scott. It's more of a tree sort of configuration.
All right, I got something fun. It's today's misfortune cookie.
Nice.
Something you can do with whatever you eat. Hang in there. Some people climb the ladder of success. Others, like Chuck and Scott, just lean against the wall and admire it from afar.
Oh, look at those successful people over there. Sometimes I like to bask in their glow.
All right, I
Yes.
got some theme music for you, too. Chuck Ritchie and Bad Poetry.
Memorial Day is on the way. The first holiday of the summer. I hope my swimsuit from last year fits, or this summer will be a bummer. I can safely say my swimsuit from last year would not fit.
It'd be too big?
No, it would be too small. From last year?
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I put on a
you-
little bit of weight since last year, yeah. I need to work on getting that back down to where we're a decent level.
Because you went from hammer pants to a Speedo, and now where are you at?
I'm probably like those Bermuda shorts, like from the 80s. Remember those? Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Maybe back to some khaki shorts and mid-calf socks and sandals.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wear my-
nice.
wear my
Picture it now.
wear my dad polo with it. Yeah.
Ooh,
Go out and mow the lawn.
sharp.
Go out and mow the lawn with my socks and sandals.
I'm starting to get a little nauseous. Can we stop this line of speech?
I may even grow a Tom Selleck mustache.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my tummy's really rumbling now. All right, I got a huge section today, and it's basically help for guys
Mhm.
because, well, we need it, right?
We do. We all need.
Especially single guys.
Yeah. Need help.
First one's kind of a question, all right, for discussion. The guy shared this online. I'm having my doubts about my new marriage. Maybe I'm overreacting. ? After our wedding and wedding reception, my new wife went to hang with her friends on our wedding night, leaving me to bring home the gifts, booze, and other things we couldn't leave at the venue. By the time she got home, I was asleep, and the next morning she acted as if being out with her friends on our wedding night was no big deal. I think it is, and many of my friends who saw her leave the reception also don't think it's right. Am I overreacting? Chuck, is he overreacting?
No.
That's what I said.
No. She left to go hang out with her friends on their wedding night?
Yeah.
The one night of all nights that is supposed to be about the two of you being together.
Wow.
You abandon your new husband to
That is
go
a
out.
horrible sign.
That's not a good omen for things to come. Holy cow.
I would have left before she got home. It's the easiest way for the annulment. Well, nothing ever got conjugated, and I left.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah. And I don't think anybody would begrudge him for that.
No, that's horrible.
That
All right,
is
shame
horrible.
All
Wow.
All right, Chuck, teach me, because I need the help, how to be more charming.
Well, you see, Scott, charm is a skill that anyone can learn. It does
Okay.
involve making someone feel understood, valued, and loved. Being present and interested in what another person has to say is key, or at least pretending to sometimes, if that's the best you can do.
Okay.
So while it might be easier to some, it doesn't require being well-read or witty. And here's some tips for you, Scott, if you want to learn how to be charming, and for everyone out there. You have to listen. To be a good listener, you need to respond to what's being said and do it quickly. My research shows that people feel more connected when that happens. Showing genuine curiosity is the key, and that comes from asking questions, including follow-up questions. People like being paid attention to, and asking questions shows you're interested in what they have to say.
Huh.
So
that sounds like a lot of work, Chuck.
It does. See, what you got to do is you got to train your brain to repeat the last four words in the sentence, and that way, when they say, "Are you listening to me?" you can say, "Yeah, you just said blah blah blah." You see, you can do it subconsciously. You see,
got it.
I don't. You use a person's name. So using a person's name is a charming move. It activates our brains and shows that you're paying attention, Scott.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Chuck, you're so charming.
Oh, thank you, Scott. Scott, have I ever told you how good your hair looks today?
No.
Okay.
I thought it kind of looked like a bush on the back of my head.
No, Scott, it looks great.
I was trying to get it to go down before we even came on the air.
So don't skimp on the compliments. Compliments, even small ones, convey belonging and respect. People underestimate their impact and don't usually give them, but they are important to people's sense of self. Just hearing something nice about themselves makes people feel really good.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep. So, and then the last one here.
I got nothing here for you. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I was trying to think of something else too. Nice microphone you have there in front of you, Scott.
Shut up, Wesley.
You have to be ready to adjust. Being charming does require some effort, but you also need to know when it's time to quit. And when you give someone else sole focus, they usually come away feeling positive about you. Leaving that impression doesn't require nearly as much as you believe. Ultimately, conveying warmth and respect to the other person is what makes you likable or charming.
Okay.
I'd be willing to put this, and this is something that I need to work on. A less is more philosophy, where if you leave people wanting more instead of overwhelming them with your charm.
Huh.
So
leave them wanting more. So like go in for the kiss at the end of the day and then walk away?
Ooh. Nope.
Oh, okay. I got that all wrong then again.
Probably not talking people's ear off for half an hour at a time, or
oops, they asked you about radio.
Something I'm trying to learn is not always be the last person to leave a party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tough stuff. All right, here's some green flags in a man's apartment. Okay. So, ladies, when you are going to that date, you're out dating and you get to the apartment for the first time, these are green flags as opposed to red flags.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm going to see how many of these I can check off, okay? How many I can give a check mark it. Hand towels and hand soap in the bathroom, check mark. I do have hand towels and hands.
I can imagine you probably even have them hanging up on the hanger, don't you? The hand towels. Yeah.
On a hanger, no.
Not the hanger, but the rack.
Okay, a real towel. Yeah.
The rack or the ring or whatever you use. Yeah.
All right, a clean bathroom toilet that you can feel comfortable in and sitting on. Bathroom's always clean, ladies, but don't pick up that seat. Just saying.
Yeah.
Books. Oh no. A long time ago, I got tired. I've moved a lot in my life. Got tired of hauling books. Got rid of them all. If I want a book, I read it online. I've taken heat for that, for having no books in my house.
Oh wow. There's something about that tactile feel though, and reading that much online is hurts my eyes.
Yeah, no, I ain't into picking them up. Hey, plus I got bad hands, so if it's a big book, that's gonna hurt.
That's fair. That's.
I can't even hold a dinner plate properly. So.
Okay. Yeah,
right.
that is definitely an acceptable exception there, Scott.
It's a good excuse.
It is. That's a very good excuse. Yeah.
That's my story. Sticking to it.
We have many books in our bathroom.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Oh. We have many books in our bathroom, but don't judge the dust sitting on top of them.
Okay.
They're decorations more than anything else.
Got a whole wall of books, but they've never been read.
Pretty much.
All right. Hand soap in the bathroom. I think they covered that on the first one, but this says I befriended a guy who did not have hand soap. He was 24. I bought some and left it there, just a regular size bottle. It was still sitting there almost unused a year later. No need to wash those hands in the bathroom.
How do people, even single guys, what do they do when they don't? How do they not have hand soap in the bathroom?
Yeah, I don't get it.
What do you do? How do you wash? That one stumps me because I mean you have to wash your hands when you leave the bathroom, right? Is that?
Well, maybe toilets were leaks. You know, that high pressure water flowing around. Gets clean.
Well, I've got the bidet on my toilet. I just use it on my hands too.
All right, plants
Wow.
is the next best thing to having a pet. It looks good to the ladies. Plants need care. They're alive, and having one or many shows that there's a nurturing side to the man.
Oh.
No plants in Scott's house.
Well, judging from the weeds in my yard, I am such a nurturer because the weeds are alive and healthy in my yard.
Excellent. Very nurturing.
I actually had a dream about that last night that I had a plant expert come over to I mowed my yard finally in my dream, not in reality. And I had a plant expert come over to tell me what I had left in my yard after I mowed everything down. And he was looking around saying, yeah, you don't have any actual grass in here. You just have weeds. And he started identifying all the weeds in my yard. And I'm like, yep, that sounds about right.
It's still lawn if it's all the same height.
If it's all green, that's grass.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been trying to get clover established for a few years, and it's gotten taken over by the weeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Toilet paper stock. This is the last one. Green flags in a man's apartment. Clean sheets on a bed. Clean towels for hands and bodies. Separate kitchen towels. Artwork on the walls. Clean toilet. Clean sink. He might be a good guy, but maybe not.
There you go.
All
That's why we mail order our toilet paper on a subscription.
All right.
Comes monthly.
And Chuck's going to throw me under the bus with things a grown man. This is the opposite side, right?
Yes, I would.
The grown man should not have, Scott.
I would call this a red flags. Definitely in a guy. A black eye. So unless the rim hits your face mid dunk, and your peeper should remain unblemished, Scott.
Okay.
If you're smart enough to avoid fights.
right.
I'm guessing you don't get in a lot of fist fights, physical altercations.
No.
No.
I've actually, I've threatened to hit somebody, but I've only thrown one punch in my life, and I was 10 years old and had a bully threatening me in school, and he'd been doing it for weeks, and I was about to get on the bus, and it's the coolest bus driver ever. And he'd followed me all the way to my bus to tell me he was going to beat the snot out of me tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And before I just turned around, and I'm little, so he's got 2 feet on me. I turned around, and I'm not advocating violence at school, but I turned around and I punched him as hard as I could on the face, and I jumped on the bus, and the bus driver shut the door and took off. Because I suppose he'd been watching this guy follow me to my bus for weeks, pushing me around and threatening me. And when I finally walloped him, he just shut the door and took off. I love that bus driver. And petrified to go to school, tried to pretend I was sick because I figured I'm dead tomorrow.
Wow.
For the rest of the school year, that boy would not come in within 20 feet of me.
That's incredible. Good job. Fight back against those bullies. I've punched people. I've punched people twice in my life. Once was that kid in 8th grade that didn't get out when he was out in dodgeball. Man, that made me mad. And
Wow.
it was
Okay.
it was an argument that led to a ball that I had in my hand being thrown directly in his face, followed by a fist.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the other one was my best man during my bachelor party the night before my wedding. Yeah, I actually broke his jaw.
Was he in the wedding the next day?
He was.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. He left the wedding and went immediately to the emergency room where he had to have his jaw wired shut. Yeah.
No way, right to the emergency room,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, poor guy. I didn't mean to do that. Well, I meant to punch
Did
him,
he
but
have
I
it
didn't.
coming though.
He more than had it coming. He literally actually asked for it.
Okay.
He told me to do it, and yeah, I'm not going to go into the story, but yeah, he did. He did.
All right.
Definitely had it coming.
All
Okay,
right.
so
We covered that one really well. Grown man should never have a black eye.
no, never. Next one here is a witty email signature.
I don't have that. I'm good.
Is that really a thing that is a big deal? I mean, I don't really see that either way. I don't know. An
Okay.
empty refrigerator.
So now I got a question on this one. My refrigerator definitely not empty, but does it matter how much expired food is in the fridge?
I think so. I think that also counts.
Okay. Okay.
My father-in-law, you open his refrigerator and he'll have like a leftover frozen dinner and a bottle of water. I've never
Yeah, when a
seen.
friend opens my fridge and looks in there and starts snooping, I say, and they pull something, I go, yeah, I wouldn't eat that.
We used to have a friend that would come over and she would open up our refrigerator and just start eating anything she saw in the fridge. And we would do the same thing. Like, I wouldn't eat that. She's like, oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And it was definitely not fine. But she would eat it anyway. And she's like, oh, no, I've eaten worse than this. It's fine. And it was always nice when she came over. She'd always clean out the fridge. And instead of throwing stuff away that was expired, she would eat it.
Nice.
Didn't matter if it was clearly past the expiration date. She would consume the whole thing. Little tiny
Well,
thing.
her nickname to all of her friends was Old Iron Pants.
Right. Ugh. I don't know how she's still alive. The next one here that a grown man should never have is a video game thumb.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
A keychain hanging off the belt.
Yeah, that's a little old school.
Yeah. What if you're like a maintenance man for a living?
That is the only time you can have a keychain hanging off your belt is if you're a maintenance man.
I did that for years, and lately I just can't do it anymore because it does feel a little silly, especially since I don't really need to have a keychain hanging off my belt.
I just love the sound they used to make, the chained ones, when they go zzz, zzz,
Yeah. I never did use one of those, but I always used a carabiner and clipped it to the belt loop. Yep.
All right.
The next one here is cargo shorts, unless he's hiking, camping, or carrying a baby bottle and spare diapers. And here's one I never really understood: the cargo short hate. I have given in and stopped wearing my cargo shorts, but who cares? Like,
I am all in on that. Cargo shorts, sandals, and socks. I'll do it whenever I want. Thank you.
there you go. And
I want to invest in my toes. I have ugly toes, okay?
and again, the black socks hiked up like mid calf.
Yeah, I got some of those.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Where were we? The need to quote movies to add to a conversation. What? That's just part of conversation.
I'd never do that.
When I think of the time and the money I've wasted on your training, and you still turn out to be a blithering idiot, you're an utter failure. You make me sick.
Wow, well, thanks, Jug.
That's we talked a little bit, I believe, yesterday about how many terms Shakespeare has added to our vocabulary, to our language.
Yeah.
And movies have just added
even more
to our lives, and that's the modern version of what Shakespeare did to our language. It adds exclamations at the end of your conversations.
Yeah, because as soon as you play it, the movie quote, everybody knows what it was and gets that same feeling of nostalgia.
We are
Right.
the wild and crazy guys.
See?
I mean, we're on the same page. We're green, right?
Yeah.
Are we green?
Yeah, we are.
No, you're supposed to say super green, Scott.
Super green.
Yeah.
I didn't see that movie.
Oh, what? That was Fifth Element. Oh man, that's one of the most quoted movies in our family.
I did see it.
Yeah. Excellent film. Greatest film of all time.
Okay.
Code words for women. Actually, code words for anything. Yeah, this one I can agree with. Code
tacky.
words. Yeah. A miniature hoop in the house. A driveway hoop is fine.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
What about one of those ones on your desk that you throw your trash into? Is that is that
might be
cheesy?
okay.
I think that's okay. Anyway, a secret handshake.
What about my Star Wars stuff I got from Brandon Hansen? Is that okay?
Oh, that's perfectly
I'm
fine.
feeling like it's not now.
No, I think that's perfectly fine. And that's not on the list here, Scott, at all. And last one here is drinking glasses with logos.
Most of mine have them.
I don't understand what's wrong with that. You get a pint glass from your favorite brewery or something. That's nice to have.
Yeah, I've got a whole collection of stolen ones. Come on.
There you go. I don't understand that. We have a whole set of the Shining. They're based on the carpet from the hotel in The Shining from the Courtside Brewery here.
Oh,
yeah, they're actually really nice glasses. So
cool. All right, moving on. Wrap up today's bits and breaks. Signs you picked a bad airline. Don't forget, 3 million people flying today alone. They're saying 43 million people traveling across the U.S. This weekend in various places, of course. So signs you picked a bad airline. Your plane has a for sale by owner sign taped in the cockpit window. I'm hoping that that happens if Trump loses the election.
Yes.
The upholstered seats have been replaced by rows of folding chairs all bungeed together. I'm flying on that.
It's like my old van I used to have.
I've seen people do that before with a folding chair in the driver's seat. That's dangerous.
I used to have an old 70s van that had a lounge seat, like a little pleather sort of, it wasn't quite a recliner, but it was a lounge seat. I even bolted it to the floor. It was fancy.
Nice.
Yeah,
I think that's totally safe. You can attach some seat belts to that.
Totally. I did.
Just strap them in, since it's a kidnap vehicle.
Well, I did. So the original seat belts were bolted straight to the floor. They weren't attached to the seat frame or anything. So I just cut little slits and ran them right up through the bottom of the seat. So it did have seat belts, and it was bolted to the floor. Yeah, very safe.
So they could do that on an airplane, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Signs you've picked a bad airline. Ooh, frequent flyer miles can be redeemed for a 10-piece chicken McNugget.
Ooh.
Hey, that'd be better than anything any airline has ever given me.
Right? Same.
Yeah.
Except a hard time.
Yeah, exactly. All right, your meal from New York to London is ramen. Meal in first class is lobster ramen.
Again, there are many flights I've been on to where I would have been grateful to get some ramen noodles.
Ramen noodles. That'd be better than what they serve. Usually, there's like one thing on the tray that you can eat.
Yeah, and
I flew first class twice, and the food was horrible.
They don't even use peanuts anymore. You get like those Biscoff biscuits that are really dry and hard to eat.
Yeah, but they're better than any of the other food on the plate, so I look forward to the biscuits.
I don't know if I've ever been on an airplane where they actually serve like food.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because I'm not fancy, Scott.
Oh, Mr. Not Fancy Pants.
I know.
I did it once just because I have like some flying anxiety, and I don't like, and some claustrophobia to go along with that. And I had never done it before, and I just decided to splurge and fly first class to Spokane.
There you go.
And it's a wonder. I can't afford it, but I'm hoping I never fly again. Is the truth, and I can't afford it. But that is, in my book, the only way to fly.
We went to
the rest of it is I'm too arthritic, too claustrophobic. You cannot shove me in a cono. So something ever explodes at the tower, and you guys really need my feet on the ground. The radio station's going to have to fly me, and it's going to have to, because I can't afford it, and it's going to have to be first class. Just saying.
Only first class for Scott.
There you go. Thank you. Chances are they'll never fly me back.
We flew to Seattle in January. We didn't want to drive over the pass during the middle of the winter, blah, blah, blah. We had some airline miles saved up. First time in my life I've ever used airline miles. And man, I realized just how much they value those passengers that use those airline miles. Flight got delayed. First ones to have to wait are the people that use the airline miles. Last people boarding the plane, the ones that use their airline miles. It's
You're the least important.
Yeah. The absolute least. You're basically flying standby. Deluxe standby is what it is. Yeah. And
All
it
right.
was
last sign.
Oh, it was when that plane, the door flew off the plane in January.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we got stuck in Seattle during that. That was fun. Yeah.
Nice. Got to check those doors. Signs you're picked a bad airline. They haven't checked the doors. Last sign that you picked a bad airline. Carry-ons are prohibited, so the overhead compartments can be sold as timeshares to little people like Scott.
Oh.
I think it might be more comfortable if you could just like sprawl out lengthwise in the overhead compartments.
Right. Just provide little ladders so you can get up there. I was on a flight once where they didn't let people put their luggage in a certain area of the plane in the overhead compartment because someone put their bag in there. It was very heavy, and the whole compartment went and sort of sagged down a little bit, like it wasn't attached to the ceiling anymore. Ooh. And so they were like, "Okay, everybody, this section is need of some repairs, so please move your bags off to the side and don't put them over in the section." Yeah.
Way to go, maintenance.
Yeah, fun
All
stuff.
right, Chuck, I'm going to let you off the hook for trivia today, and let's go ahead. We're about on time. Looking at 8:15, KCHW Chihuahua. We'll be right back. We're going to have local birthdays, odd news, and more. It's Northern Lights Public Radio.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama.
It's not a tumor.
Come on. I'm telling you, baby, it's not mine. I don't even know what this is. This sort of thing ain't my bag, baby.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, May the 24th, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. As businesses nationwide struggle to find and retain workers, Florida Gulf Coast University offers a solution to foster equitable workplaces.
Florida Gulf Coast University is launching the Building Equitable Workplaces 2024 Summer Workshop Series, a free program aimed at equipping Southwest Florida businesses with strategies to create inclusive work environments. Megan Baskin heads the Southwest Florida Leadership Institute at the university and says the workshops will address topics such as gender equity, generational differences, and using AI to address equity challenges.
And when employees feel that equity, they're more likely to be satisfied with the place that they work. They're more likely to stay in that organization, talk positively about that organization, which brings in new workers.
Business groups like the Florida Chamber of Commerce stress the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Baskin notes that professional development is crucial for employee retention and job satisfaction and encourages businesses to visit the Southwest Florida Leadership Institute website to register for the workshops on June 14th and July 24th. I'm Tremel Gomes.
Next from NBC News, the Supreme Court ruled Thursday that Republicans in South Carolina did not unlawfully consider race when they drew a congressional district in a way that removed thousands of black voters. It is a decision that makes it harder for civil rights plaintiffs to bring racial gerrymandering claims. NBC reports the court divided 6-3 on ideological lines, with conservatives in the majority. They said civil rights groups had not done enough to show that legislators were focused on race in drawing the Charleston area district. And as Michiganders hit the road this holiday weekend, state lawmakers are brainstorming ways to help close the state's $3.9 billion road funding gap.
One idea is the road usage pilot program to add tolls and mileage fees for using some of the most heavily traveled highways in the state. The pilot study is still in early stages of discussion, but it could mean a 6 cents per mile fee for drivers, which could raise $1 billion to fix Michigan's decaying roads. House Transportation Budget Chair Representative Ranjit Puri says road funding comes from a variety of sources, but it isn't enough.
When we all purchase a vehicle, we go pay a registration fee. So those registration fees kind of help fund our roads. There's also some money from the sales tax that goes to the roads, and there's also money from the gas tax. We've just never come up with a formula that fundamentally meets the needs of the state.
Puri adds the rise in electric vehicle use equals fewer people buying gas, which means less gas tax revenue. Crystal Blair reporting.
This is Public News Service. And it was 2 years ago today that a teenager killed 19 students and 2 teachers at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas.
The families of those shot and killed have agreed to a $2 million settlement with the city, which equals the entire amount of the town's insurance policy. Attorneys for the group say they worked with city officials for over a year after leaders reached out and asked what could be done to ease the family's pain. Javier Cavares lost his daughter in the shooting. He says justice and accountability are his main concerns.
It's been an unbearable 2 years. We all know who took our children's lives, but there was an obvious systemic failure out there on May 24th. The whole world saw that. We've been let down so many times. The time has come to do the right thing.
The mass shooting garnered international attention and questions after 376 law enforcement officers waited 77 minutes before going into the classroom to stop the shooter. Family members are disappointed that no disciplinary action has been taken against any of the officers involved, although Uvalde Police Chief Daniel Rodriguez resigned amid questions over how the incident was handled. For Public News Service, I'm Frida Ross.
In addition to the $2 million settlement, the city of Uvalde has agreed to restorative justice policy changes that include establishing an annual day of remembrance on May the 24th, mental health services for all families in the community, and addressing public safety risks and the burden of gun violence for police officers. Next to Connecticut, where finally our Edwin J. Vieira reports groups are preparing to celebrate World Fish Migration Day tomorrow.
The biennial event celebrates migratory fish species and their importance. It also highlights challenges these species face, like climate change. Warming waters make it harder for them to survive. Ria Drozdenko with the Connecticut River Conservancy notes planting trees on riverbanks can reduce water temperatures. She says dams also pose a challenge for fish.
They are essentially blocking off a river, so fish that might have historically been able to go far north up through our watershed, now that there's dams there, they are now blocked, and so now they have smaller and smaller habitats at their disposal.
She says conservation groups advocate for safer passage with fish ladders and fish elevators at the dams. Another way is removing so-called deadbeat dams that no longer serve an economic use and impede fish migration. More information about events and getting involved is online at worldfishmigrationday.com.
This is Mike Clifford, and thank you for starting your long holiday weekend with Public News Service, member and listener supported. Hear us on interesting radio stations, your favorite podcast platform, and find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
It's 8:21.
Programming on KCHW is made possible in part by listeners like you and by
Country Chevrolet. Country Chevrolet, located at 880 South Main Street in Colville, is a full-service Chevrolet dealership, offering a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles with at-home mobile test drive service available. In addition, Country Chevrolet also offers maintenance and service, vehicle rentals, and full auto detailing. More information is available at countrychevy.com or by calling 509-684-8400. KCHW would like to thank Country Chevrolet for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
And welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. We're here with myself, Chuck, and Scott. How are you doing, Scott? Did you have a good break?
I did have a good break. I'm all refreshed and ready for part 2.
Outstanding.
Yes. And did you dig out the local birthdays? And I'd like to hear all the birthdays from today through Memorial Day.
You know I did. I got it right here. So today we have Misty Ross with a birthday. Tomorrow we have Mitch Richmond with a birthday. Then on Sunday we have Donna Husby with a birthday. And then Kevin and Julie Shaylock have an anniversary on Sunday. And since Monday's Memorial Day, we'll go ahead and read that one. Tony and Ronald Lundquist have an anniversary.
All right. Kind of light, but one a day. Yeah.
I like it.
All
Just
right.
boom, boom, boom through the list.
Know them, you love them, see them around town. Point and laugh. Tell them we talked about them on the radio. Don't tell them what we said. Please? No. All right. Let's look at some celebrity birthdays yesterday. I did those yesterday, right? I did these yesterday by accident.
These are these the ones? Yeah, these are the ones you did yesterday. That's right.
I did these by yesterday by accident, and then I corrected myself. But sorry again, Tommy Chong, Cheech and Chong. We heard all about Chuck's story of getting to talk to him on the phone, and then getting nervous and just going hi and handing the phone back.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Tommy Chong, 86. Musician Bob Dylan, 83. Radar for MASH, Gary Berghoff, 81. Patti LaBelle, another musician, 80. Let's see if there's any on here that I missed yesterday. Kristen Scott Thomas, 64. John C. Riley from Wreck-It Ralph and Talladega Nights, 59.
Love that guy.
Eric Close from Without a Trace, 57. Dancer Mark Balas from Dancing with the Stars, 38. Brianna Howie from Ginny and Georgia, 35. And Daisy Edgar Jones from Where the Crawdads Sing is 26.
There you go.
History just for today, Chuck.
Okay, in 1830, Mary Had a Little Lamb by Sarah Hale was published. The world was never the same. Best song ever? Yeah. It's always great when you learn how to play an instrument, and you feel that sense of accomplishment, being able to play Mary Had a Little Lamb on the recorder.
Yeah, simplest song ever. So,
Yep. 1844, Samuel F.B. Morse. Do you know what he did, Mr. Morse? Yeah, guess.
No.
Guess. Okay. He sent the message, "What hath God wrought?" from the Supreme Courtroom in Washington, D.C. to his assistant, Alfred Vail, in Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh, the Morse code.
Hence, Morse code was born. 1930, Amy Johnson lands in Darwin, Northern Territory, becoming the first woman to fly from England to Australia. She left May 5th for the 11,000-mile flight.
Boy, her arms were tired.
How did I know you were going to go there?
Because I'm dumb.
1935 at Crosley Field in Cincinnati, Ohio. The Cincinnati Reds defeated the Philadelphia Phillies by a score of 2-1, as more than 20,000 fans enjoyed the first night of baseball in the major leagues. There you go.
Wow. Okay.
And in 1999, boxer Mike Tyson was released from a Rockville, Maryland jail after serving 3.5 months behind bars for assaulting 2 motorists after a fender bender.
Yeah, he gets punchy like Chuck.
I know, right? Just starts punching people. How do I not even remember that? I mean, obviously I know he went to jail for the big one.
Yeah.
But I don't even remember. I guess he's been in there a few times, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
2003, a 44-year-old drunk driver in the Netherlands stunned police when he crashed the breathalyzer test unit. Later, a blood test showed the man had 7 times too much alcohol in his bloodstream.
What?
So he exceeded the limits of the breathalyzer test. Wow.
All right, let's play this.
Have a cocktail.
No, I don't care for any.
I said have a cocktail.
I guess he wants us to have a cocktail.
Better do what he says.
I'm not even mad. Ronna Lee from Colbert, Washington says hi.
All right.
There you go.
Thank you.
Hi, Ronna Lee. Okay, 2007, Britain's Postal Department announced it would issue a series of 7 stamps depicting the covers of the best-selling Harry Potter books. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
wow.
Is that a
Exciting.
news story? Yeah, there you go. 2014, reality star Kim Kardashian and rapper Kanye West got married in Florence, Italy, about 7 months after the birth of their daughter, Northwest. Are they? They're not still together, are they? I don't know. I don't pay attention to that stuff.
No.
Okay. That's right, because they broke up shortly before he ran for president. Missed it by that much.
That much.
Yep. 2020, the New York Times printed a front page with nearly 1,000 names of people who had died from COVID-19 as the U.S. death toll neared 100,000. Yikes.
Huh.
That would have been one to skip if I would have been reading ahead, Scott.
Yeah.
Yep. The 2023, sad day for everybody. Tina Turner, the pioneering rock and roll star who became a pop behemoth in the 1980s, passed away after a long illness at 83 years young.
All right. Let's move on to special events. And Chuck, let's go through the whole weekend with special events. We'll go back and forth. I'll start off with today's. Oh, man, plug your nose. It's Asparagus Day.
Ooh, I know what I'm making for dinner tonight. I love asparagus. Love it so much. Oh, it's delicious. I love Brussels sprouts, too.
Boogers. Okay. Aviation Maintenance Technician Day. Check that door.
Yes.
Just saying. A lot of people flying this weekend. We want our doors checked.
Yeah, just for you aviation maintenance technicians out there, this doesn't mean take the day off. This means maybe pay a little extra attention. I'm just saying.
A little harder.
Yeah.
It's Brother's Day. If you got a brother, enjoy. If you got a brother that's passed, maybe something to remember them.
Yeah.
Road Trip Day, Wig Out Day, Cooler Day, Don't Fry Day. That's heat awareness.
Okay.
The day Chuck is going to be celebrating this later. He'll be down at the park maybe. International Tiara Day. He'll be showing off all of his tiaras.
Scott, that is every day.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
People don't know this, but I do wear a tiara under my hat.
That's why he has that on.
Yeah.
All right. It's Escargot Day, or as I like to say, escargot, escargot.
Look at that escargot.
Because it looks like escargot.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. I like it.
I say hors d'oeuvres too.
Hors d'oeuvres.
And last one, Scavenger Hunt Day today. How fun would that be?
Ooh.
Oh, we missed it. Oh, could have had a radio scavenger hunt.
Ooh, that would be fun. A radio scavenger hunt? Is that a thing? Have you done that before?
Not in Chihuahua. So yeah, it's a thing we could do.
I would love to do that. Let's do it.
Okay.
We're planning
big cash prizes.
We have the Creative District convening coming up, and we were actually planning a scavenger hunt for that.
Ooh, maybe they get to keep whatever they find.
Maybe. Well, they find other people giving them clues for the next round, I guess, whatever you call it. I don't know. It's not me planning it; somebody else.
They might not like what we leave behind, though.
I know, right?
That's not mine. I'm telling you, baby, that's not mine. I don't even know what this is. This sort of thing ain't my bag, baby.
That's not your winnings.
No.
All right. Special events Saturday, Chuck.
Yeah, so Saturday, everybody be prepared. We're running out of time. It's only 7 months until Christmas.
Oh.
Get that shopping done before it's too late. Beat the crowds. 7 months. Right. Mark your calendars. It is Geek Pride Day. Again, every day. Yep.
Chuck, yeah, you're becoming more of a geek every day.
Yeah. I mean, I always geek out about something, and it just shifts by the month, I guess. It is Amateur Radio Military Appreciation Day.
Okay.
Is it amateur military radio or amateur radio? So amateur people that are in amateur radio appreciate the military, or military radio?
Probably people in military radio.
Okay.
Like
Maybe they
Robin Hood movie.
Maybe they mix those words around there. International Jazz Day. Hey, we have our own very own Dr. Jazz here. International Plastic Free Day. Brown Baguette Day.
Good luck with that. That's like an impossibility.
How do you even
sounded like plastic?
I'm looking around. I'm surrounded by plastic. It's everywhere I look. I could have to throw half the stuff in the studio away.
And right now, apparently, from all the tests they've been doing, it's coursing through every organ in your body, Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Plastic.
Good for you. It's good for the
soul.
Be
my own bomb.
It is Brown Baguette Day. It's Italian Beef Day, Missing Children's Day, Tap Dance Day, Wine Day, and Towel Day.
Huh.
Sorry, I had
Why
to
would
do that really quick.
Towels have a day of their own?
Have you ever had to take a shower and not had a clean towel available? That really makes you appreciate Towel Day.
No. I have been down to hand towels and had to dry off with one of those ones. I plan ahead better than that, Chuck.
A paper towel. You're drying yourself off, getting little bits of it stuck on you.
Damn it. Thank God this is Bounty. quicker picker-upper. All right. Special events for Sunday, Indianapolis 500 Day. Is that happening this weekend? I've seen nothing online about it.
I wouldn't know, but again, I've said before, car racing great to nap to.
Yes. All right. Blueberry Cheesecake Day. I think I might die. All right. Cherry Dessert Day. Nah, I'm sticking with the blueberry. Something you could do at the park today during the Farmers Market Paper Airplane Day. Just clean up after yourself.
Oh, I like that. I like it, yeah.
It's Neighbor Day, so if you got a neighbor maybe you've never met, just go and introduce yourself. Good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sally Ride Day.
I believe that is the astronaut, Sally Ride.
Oh, okay. Trinity Sunday. World Lindy Hop Day. A couple of my personal favorites. World Redhead Day.
Okay.
And my second favorite, it's World Dracula Day. That's so bad. All right, number for the day.
The number for the day is 12.6. That is the average age in years of cars, trucks, SUVs in the U.S. in 2024. A record age as people hang on to their vehicles longer due to rising costs. The average price for new vehicles was just over $45,000 in April. That's the average price. That means, that's not counting those, $8,500 and $15,000 trucks.
I was defending electric vehicles the other day, even though I'll never be able to buy one.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I don't think I'll ever be able to afford to buy a new car. Like a brand spanking.
Right now, some of the newer electric vehicles are some of the cheaper ones, and they just passed that new rebate. You get $8,000 off of a new electric vehicle.
Still not going into debt.
No.
No.
And I do, there are issues with some of the electric vehicles, some of the battery production, and I'm hoping the technology catches up with that pretty soon.
So one of my things that my dad instilled for me was to never make payments on a vehicle.
Yeah.
If you can't save up the cash to buy it, you don't need it. And I understand you could be in an emergency situation, or maybe you need a really good car for a new job. But the times that I didn't listen to that advice, things got tough.
Yeah.
And I overextended myself and huge car payments. And then I went back years later just to, if I can't buy it for cash, I'm not going to get it, which means you don't get quite a nice car.
Right.
But hey, my car's still got Bluetooth.
We've had a couple of times we've had payment, loans on cars, and sometimes when times are tight, that car payment is one of the hardest ones to make, but also the ones you can't live without. So it kind of gets tough. We've had a couple where we had the car loan and just tried to pay it off as soon as possible. So, yep.
Make those extra payments. That's all I got to say.
Yep.
All right. Let's roll out the end of the show, take you into your workday and into the weekend. Hopefully you've got it off today. That'd be awful nice.
Yeah.
It's time for Odd News.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your Odd News on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
We always kick off the show that you're going to enjoy with the news attack. First sentence true, second sentence a lie. And here's Chuck Ritchie.
Emergency responders in Arizona rescued two individuals after their car plunged off a 300-foot cliff. I believe their individuals' names were Thelma and Louise.
Someone who paid $75 for Donald Trump's God Bless the USA Bible, or some people that have done that, are disappointed in the product. It's basically the Cybertruck of Bibles.
Oh, man.
Wow. All
I
right.
love that. A man was arrested in an airport in China for trying to smuggle into the country a dozen small exotic bird eggs hidden in his pants. Do we even need the joke after this one?
No.
Authorities first became suspicious when he chose to stand during the entire flight. Until he mysteriously started crouching. Squatting.
Trying to keep them warm. Just keeping things warm. Researchers at the University of Florida created a simple, inexpensive, do-it-yourself trap for bed bugs. The hardest part is cutting the cheese small enough.
What? A survey found that 2/3 of Americans don't want to live to be 100. The average person said 91 would be a good age. After that, it gets kind of harder to do those TikTok dances.
I think after 60, it's hard to do TikTok.
I don't know. I think after about 40, it kind of gets a little harder.
Right. I saw a great one yesterday. It was a joke that was made online, and it had a picture of Trump and Biden. I think it was from Saturday Night Live in beanbag chairs. And the joke was, let's see him try to get out of this.
About the only way to get out of those things is just to roll out of them on the floor and then pick yourself up off the floor.
I want to see him do either one.
I don't know if they could.
Passengers waiting to take off from New York's JFK Airport this weekend may have longer to wait as plane refueling workers are planning to strike today.
Wow.
Yeah, so be prepared to Netflix and chill out in the next seat. And that guy in the next seat has decided to remove his shoes and socks.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, there's your day.
Well, the rough part is you only get that 45 minutes of free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That sucks. A new study found that rhinos use a chemical makeup of their dung to tell other rhinos their gender, age, and whether they're looking for a hookup. Hey, smell that? Lisa just updated her profile. Ooh, she's single.
That's wrong. Wrong. Study found that pet owners tend to be fatter than non-pet owners. Well, it's not easy saying no to a handful of kibble.
You know what I think it is? Because they don't let you get up. You sit on the couch and they smother you, and you can't. You don't want to disturb them.
Love.
Yeah, you don't want to disturb that. So there you go.
Yeah. And once you feed them, it makes you hungry.
Exactly. You got to get up anyway. So yeah.
All right. On to wacky but true. We don't add anything these stories, but a movie or a television sound effect. And Chuck, you are up again.
Residents of Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, are on high alert as authorities search for Jonathan Frederick. That's a 31-year-old man accused of breaking into a home and causing extensive damage. According to the police, Frederick allegedly entered the residence through an unlocked window and proceeded to wreak havoc on the homeowner's belongings. From cutting cords on electronics to pouring liquid on various household items, the total damages are estimated to be around $6,450. The victim discovered Frederick asleep on their sofa after returning home, but then he fled.
Oh, I get breaking in, doing your laundry, eating their food, and taking a nap, but that's a step too far.
Right. I think vandalism just upsets me. Like if you're going to do a crime, have a point to it, not just to wreck other people's stuff and ruin somebody's day.
Yeah.
In our beds. Let your cat while it's sleeping. Yeah, while it's sleeping. Hurry, man.
Well, that's what you get for sleeping with your mouth open.
Just the other night, I was sleeping under a bridge, and now here I am having champagne with you fine people.
Yay.
I don't know if you saw on camera just then, I was taking a sip of my coffee, and it just splashed hot coffee in my eye on camera. That was great.
Oh, well, lucky for you, I am going to read one. More than 60,000 bottles of Jägermeister have been stolen from a warehouse in the UK. Drinks were taken from an industrial unit in February. And now police want to know who's selling those 60,000 bottles of Jägermeister.
In the meanwhile, the supply of good alcohol fails to keep up with the ever-increasing demand for liquor.
The liquor is good. So they tell me. But I don't drink it myself.
I told the stewardess liquor for 3.
Who are the other 2?
Oh, there are no other 2.
Up there, you engage in what the federal government calls illegal activity, but what we call just a man trying to make a living for his family selling a little moonshine liquor. It behooves oneself to keep his wits.
This is the last straw. In Kansas City, you were smuggling liquor in a shampoo bottle. Before that, I caught you with a pint in your ukulele.
Candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker.
That's right. And it makes me think 60,000 bottles of Jaeger on the wall, 60,000 bottles of Jaeger. Yeah, or something like that.
Week.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You get down to about 59,998, and you're already hurting.
I'm done.
I'm done. Two robbers snuck into a bank in Poland and started going through desk drawers, tried to break into a bank vault. The robbers were a pair of girls, ages 11 and 7.
No.
Wow.
Yep. 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
Huh.
I don't ever want you associating with little girls.
Why not, Mama?
Because little girls are the devil.
Ooh.
That's just good, clean, wholesome kid fun.
Yeah. Mostly.
Wow.
All right,
starting
Jada
young.
Cooper. That's crazy. I wonder if their parents will get in trouble.
I don't know.
Jada Cooper is no stranger to unusual beach treasures, but her recent find on the Bolivar Peninsula in Texas left her puzzled. Known for sharing her discoveries to Beachcombers Facebook group, Cooper came across a small urn with a peculiar seal while combing the shores of the Gulf Coast. The container, believed to have washed ashore during high tide, contained what she suspected to be residual ashes. After a quick search online, Cooper discovered a similar ceramic vase used as an urn for scattering cremated remains at sea. While the post about her find garnered mixed reactions from the group, Cooper remains respectful and plans to return the urn to its original resting place on the beach. Oh,
that's nice.
I don't even remember what I picked for this one. Uh-oh.
Yet out of the ashes of this tragedy, we shall rise to greet the dawning of a new era in which lion and hyena come together in a great and glorious future.
Luck is with me, for this sacred shrine holds the ashes of our fallen ninja warriors.
Oh. Lions and hyenas living together, mass hysteria.
Yes.
I don't think that's how that goes. Peaceful Sunday service at St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Church in St. Cloud, Florida, took a violent turn when a priest allegedly bit a woman attending mass. Of course, it was in Florida. The heated altercation captured on video has now led police to recommending battery charges against the police in question. Maybe that would be battered charges if he was trying to eat her. I don't know. According to reports, the woman involved claimed that the scuffle began when she was denied communion by the priest. She alleged that he forcefully tried to shove the wafer in her mouth. Wait, was she denied communion or did he force her communion? I'm confused on this one.
Okay.
Yep. Anyway, he tried to shove it in her mouth, to which she objected. On the other hand, the priest gave a different account, stating that he was protecting the sacred sacrament when the woman attempted to grab it from him.
Wow. There's sometimes you need church to be a little exciting.
Right.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah, I stabbed a man in the heart.
I saw that. Brick killed a guy. Did you throw a trident?
Yeah, there were horses and a man on fire, and I killed a guy with a trident.
Rick, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. You should find yourself a safe house or a relative close by. Lay low for a while because you're probably wanted for murder.
I'm signing up.
Sometimes you just got to have that flavorless cracker representing the flesh of a dead deity.
Yeah.
And nothing else is going to hit the spot.
Oh, we must be coming to the end. Here comes Florida.
Again.
Again.
Is it my turn?
I
Or
think
your
it's
turn?
your turn.
Are you waiting for? Okay. Florida's Glades County Sheriff's deputies were investigating a stolen boat. They had the name and description of a suspect, Joshua Kolatka, at age 33. They scoured the area, and deputies couldn't help but notice an ugly woman leaving a house to drive away. That woman was actually Joshua, who was arrested.
Mistaken for an ugly woman.
Wow.
Doubly painful.
You're not only ugly, you're stupid, too.
Last time I saw a specimen like this, they had to shoot the horse.
The ugly people know who they are.
Wow. I just made it worse for him, didn't I?
You did. That's okay.
All right.
That's what we're here for.
All right. Canadian Mason Prima said he looked in his rearview mirror and noticed a motorcycle cop behind him. Prima noticed the cop while he was in a McDonald's drive-thru in Saskatoon. Prima was holding his phone and opening the McDonald's app so he could claim a free meal with rewards points. The officer, despite Prima's explanation, gave him a ticket for using his cell phone in the car, $580 plus demerits on his license. Prima plans to fight it.
While he was in the drive-thru?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
come
not
on.
fair at all.
No.
I mean, technically, yeah, your car's moving and you're driving, but is that really distracted driving? Come on.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And this is what I do when there's a jerk move.
Okay.
What a jerk.
Huh? I am not a bum. I'm a jerk.
Well, the jerk store called, and they're running out of you.
I am what I am, and I do what I do. A few guys make shoelaces, some lay sod, others make a very good living neutering animals. I'm a cop.
Oh, well, that's a good defense.
Well, Mason,
I'm going to back off on that one now.
Mason, I've got your back. Yep.
All right. That is our show for today. Chuck, maybe pick a really groovy song to get back in the music with, since we are leaving a few minutes early today. Do want to throw out a couple reminders as Chuck gets things set up. First off, we got a quilt show going on all weekend, and that takes place at Jenkins High School, and that is the Chewelah Arts Guild. We covered that on the first part of the show. I think it's 10 to 3 on Sunday, if I remember correctly, and 10 to 5 on Saturday. I did
That is correct. That is
Right.
correct, sir.
All right. Also, Saturday in the park, Chuck, what's going on?
Saturday in the park is the Nostalgia Days. It's the car show that's happening from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's going to be prizes and cool cars, and like we said, you can already see some of those cars tooling around town. They're going to be all in the park on Saturday. It's always a lot of fun to go down there and check that out. And today, the Friday Market from, I believe, 11 to 3:30. Is it? Yes, 11 a.m. to 3:30.
All right, and the radio tonight literally explodes with classic rock, doesn't it?
It does, it does. So tonight we have 6 to 8 p.m. is the best classic rock and more with Old Man Mark live in the studio, and then the psychedelic era with the Hermit from 8 to 11. Then sticking around with the Hermit from 10 to 11 for Days of Confusion.
All right. And sending off best wishes for a Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy the extra long holiday, especially.
Enjoy the weekend. I think I might just put in a special Memorial Day greeting for Monday today, and
take it off.
Take the day off and not come in.
Oh,
what is
good
that?
for you,
What is
Chuck.
that like?
I'm
gonna
do it every day now.
I'm gonna sit at home and do nothing. Absolutely
Every
nothing.
day now.
It's gonna be glorious.
Thanks so much for being here. Have a great weekend. Be safe if you're traveling. And whatever you do, keep your radio locked right here. It is Northern Lights Public Radio, KCHW 102.7.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Great weekend.
You can do it! Let's hook it down now!
This concludes the broadcast from World Control.